The Monica Makes It Happen podcast is proudly supported by Ponce Bank.
Hi, everybody. It is the Monica Makes It Happen podcast, always supported by Ponce Bank. And can I just say we get the best guests here? I mean, I know I'm pretty biased when I say that because it is my show. It's Ponce Bank supported. But I think we do. It's really the CEOs, the community champions, and the celebrities who are making it happen. And I have a legend in our studios today. Melba, there you are.
Monica, how are you?
I cannot believe Melba. The Melba Moore is here. Can I thank my friends? You have an incredible team that, just lets me know what you're doing. But I mean, who doesn't know what Melba is doing? Melba, you're in constant motion. I want to talk about your story first, which is incredible. I don't know if our viewers know your story and how you became this marvelous. Is that the title of your new book?
It's called This Is It.
This is it. Oh, this is it. Amazon Books, right? This is it.
Yeah, and then it's Marvelous and Getting Better. Subtitle.
Oh, I love it. You're gonna have to explain the title because I want to hear the story behind the title. And then you also have a show coming up. Is that right?
Yes, at South Orange Performing Arts Center on February 1st, 7:30 p.m. And you can get tickets at sopac.org. Get tickets, please.
And you're the best live performer I think I've ever seen. I just saw J-Lo in Vegas. I think you're neck and neck with J-Lo. I mean,
oh, please, no. Because she can dance, okay?
You can dance too. I've seen you.
No,
I've
not
seen
like
you
that.
move. I've seen you move. We're going to talk all about your story and then talk about your incredible, legendary career. You have some stories that you've never told. Hopefully you'll break it here on our show. And then we're also going to do a little speed round that we like to do with all of our celebrities and CEOs, just to find out a little bit more about Melba Moore. But first, let's start off. Your story is incredible. Where are you from? And where you're from is so who you are today.
Well, I'm a New Yorker.
Exactly.
But I moved to Newark, New Jersey, so I blame them both.
I'm from Chicago originally. I don't think most people know that.
That's important, honey. You got nice downtown.
Clark Street, Chicago, and then we moved to Lakeshore Drive when my parents finally got jobs because they were both immigrants to this country. And then I moved to Miami. So I grew up in Miami. So
that's another key city.
That really, was fun. Let me tell you, that was fun back then. I don't know how it is now. I'm sure it's fun. But
I broke my arm there this week.
You did not. In Miami, you broke your arm. What was the story?
Fort Lauderdale, close enough. I'll blame them both too.
How did you do that? What happened?
I was coming out from baggage and slipped. Because I think the tread on my sneakers was probably worn out, and it stopped. It stopped me while I was walking, and I was carrying bags, so I fell forward. Yeah. But thank God I didn't fall on my face.
Thank goodness.
So I'm still gorgeous, right?
And that's the story about Melba Moore. Nothing stops you.
Got to keep getting up, right?
Yeah, nothing stops you. And you have such an incredible childhood story. A lot of rough stories there. I don't know what can you share? What do you want to talk about?
Single parent mom who was really on the road all the time because she was a professional singer. And she was trying to take care of her mother, who was an invalid, my grandmother. And really, the most of my family, I don't know where they are because we were basically split up. But so I was raised by a nanny, and that turned out to be very important because she was orphaned, illiterate, and kind of roaming domestic. I don't even know how she got to New York. I know she was shipped from Sharecroppers Farm to Sharecroppers Farm in South Carolina, but she's how I got the role of Ludi Bell Gussie Mae Jenkins, because that's the character I played in Pearlie. So I thought that was very kind of, ironic. But anyway, she met and married a wonderful man from Newark, New Jersey, who was a piano player. And he had a son and a daughter, so now I had a sister and a brother. He also had sisters and brothers, so now I have aunts and uncles and cousins, which was fabulous, except you have to learn how to communicate with these people now. Mm-hmm. So that was the beginning, and because he was a piano player, he made my sister, my brother, and all of us start to take piano lessons.
How old were you when
I'm already 10 years old.
See, I was just with.
But before that, there was no music in my life, because my mother was a singer, but she was gone all the time. I didn't even talk like her. So I feel like everything has happened late for me in life. So right now I feel the best is yet to come. But I moved to Newark, New Jersey, and mother and daddy said because they were entertainers that were Black, they experienced the racism and the, the instability of entertainment. They said, well, you kids are going to get real jobs. So they made us all get jobs as educators. So my first professional job was as a public school music teacher. That was kind of basically my beginning.
Can you
And I came back
imagine?
into
Can you
music.
imagine having Melba Moore as your music teacher? I mean, I would love that. People would pay big money for that right now, if you know what I mean. But seriously,
I run into people that I taught in elementary school.
wow.
You know what they say?
What do they
Well,
say?
first of all, my name was Miss Smith. They said, Miss Smith, you always said you was going to be a star.
Isn't that funny? And you did.
That's
You became
hilarious.
that because they probably felt it. You can feel a vibe when I'm
I
with you.
probably said it.
You know, it's interesting. I get to meet so many fantastic celebrities because of this job. Who knew? And I also get to help people. But when I
Yeah.
meet incredible people like yourself, there's this aura, there's this energy that you feel almost immediately. And I don't know, what is that? Is that star power? I don't know what they call it.
No,
It's the it. What is
no.
that? What is it?
It's the presence of God. It really is. I'm not saying that I'm so godly, but since I focus on that so much, he says he'll bring his presence to us, and he'll keep giving me my career if I'll keep giving them his presence. So I'm glad you said that because that's what it is.
I have never heard it put so clearly and cut through so much of the red tape of getting a message out there. I mean,
Yeah.
that was as clear as a bell. Melba, you are a godly woman and you are spreading such a positive message. So I can't wait to, after the break, talk more about the stories, the showbiz stories that you have. You have some epic ones, including Barbara Streisand, if I remember. So that's after the break. That's what's called a really good tease in the podcast world. Okay, after the break. And we're back with Melba Moore, legend of music, of everything. You are doing an incredible performance in New Jersey, right? People can buy tickets now?
It's at South Orange Performing Arts Center, February 1st, 7:30 p.m. You can get tickets at sopac.org. Please get tickets. My special guest star is Mr. Jeff Red.
Excuse me, I'm going. And you also have a book out, This Is It, Marvelous and Getting Better. I love that title. How did you come up with that title?
I didn't. Angelo Ellaby, my publicist, did.
Angelo is the man. He really is.
Okay.
How did he come up with
They
that?
don't just publicize it. He's creative and
Love him.
you should do this. You should do that. They're always out scouting things to help you promote, your life and what you're doing. But they come up with ways how to do it. But he didn't come up with the book idea. My daughter did, but he's worked with authors. So, and she's working with me now because like a co-manager type thing. And she's working closer with Angela. So she said, Ma, everybody got a book but you.
Exactly. And when
you
I
need to
talked
get
to you
stepping.
last time, remember we were on the couch? I used to do my show. I used to do this on the couch in our lobby pretty much. And I had Dionne Warwick on that couch. Can you imagine? That's a famous couch now. But now we're up here in the streaming studio. So I guess we're kind of legit now. But what I love about you is that you are an open book. You are really telling it like it was. And a lot of it, like you're raw, you're real. And a lot of it was not pretty. It wasn't like show busy, right?
Well, it probably is show busy, but it was not pretty.
Exactly.
I mean, these things happen in life, period, not just to us in show business who get to get the microphone and the camera with good people like you to tell our story. But yeah, some really, really difficult things. I think one of the greatest challenges I had was when I had so much. I had already had a Tony Award, hit records, and so much going for me. But all of a sudden, to make a long story a little bit shorter, I found myself homeless, being evicted from my Central Park South apartment. My daughter had run away. I was being blackballed. I was being accused of being a drug addict. All kinds of things were in the public about me. And I was getting whatever opportunities on different shows to tell my story. so that people could look at me and see that I was not a drug addict, that these were rumors and whatever. But in the meantime, I didn't have any employment. And many of the people that would have employed me believed these stories and would not hire me. And of course, I had a manager before, so they wouldn't have a reason to even talk to me. So all of that was shut down, and I'm trying to figure out what was I going to do. But I had an idea, because about a couple of weeks before, I was actually physically made homeless and kicked out of my luxury Central Park South apartment. I got a call from a gentleman by the name of Michael Matthews, who's from Detroit originally. There's something in the water there too. but
I love this story.
He began the gospel touring theater circuit that Tyler Perry has taken to the top level. But this gentleman, Michael Matthews, began it. He and a few others. Anyway, he called me and invited me to come out to St. Louis to see one of his productions, because he wanted me to come and star in one of his gospel plays. So he flew me out to St. Louis, and this was a 2,000-seater house, like on a Tuesday night, that was jam-packed full. And I saw the play, and it was very comical, and the singers were like ridiculous. I never heard of any of them, I said, but I didn't see this in the New York Times or nothing.
Yeah. Well, no, I love that you're willing to try anything. You go with your instinct, right? You're really
Well, my
about.
instinct, I'm homeless. He's going to give me a job. Are you joking? What kind of instinct does
You're
that
like,
take? He's going to
I'm
put food on my
hungry.
table.
Oh,
And I ain't
okay.
even got a
Yeah.
table.
Nothing will motivate you more than if you need
Hunger.
money, hunger, and literally losing your job. I think the best moments in my
Yeah.
life have been losing jobs, and not that I
Yes.
pray for that, but sometimes I actually think it is, what is it they say? God's rejection is God's protection. Sometimes if you don't get what you want, it's because something better. Do you believe that? What do you believe, Melba?
Well, in my life, it's absolutely been the case. I was living what I thought was a comfortable, good life on Central Park South with my beautiful young daughter, my husband, whom I thought loved me, growing recording career, Tony Award, and I was still at the beginning of my career. I didn't want that to stop or slow down, and certainly not end. No, and the last thing, I would never think of losing my daughter.
No.
How could that happen? And I'm trying to think. She was not yet college age yet. No, she was still in high school. So, well, that's irrelevant because I didn't know where she was. First thing I had to do was get off the streets, right?
Yes.
And so Michael did that, and he took me on tour it lasted about 2 years. And of course, I was devastated in terms of everything that I had lost. But what made it palatable is he paid me $7,000 cash every week. But Monica, guess what? I didn't have a bank account.
Where did you put the money?
Well, the Saints on the road with me taught me how to get money orders.
Yes.
So there wasn't so
yes.
much cash,
Yeah.
and how to kind of stash it in my little
Oh, Melba.
in my
Okay.
clothes.
Whew.
And then
Did
he gave
everyone
me a
see that?
security guard to go with me to my room so nobody would steal it from me.
Oh my God. What a story. And you share that with such humility and such humor, and you're helping so many people. I always say if we help one person watching, that's why you told the story. That's why, Melba, you were on the show today. And I know somebody needs to hear that. Maybe I need to hear that, but do you know what I'm saying? Like
You never know. Nothing's guaranteed with us.
No, every day
You
is
can
a
be
blessing.
so high one day, and just one thing could happen, and we're in such fragile situations that sometimes seem so secure, and none of them are.
That's right. That's right. And when we come back, we're going to take another break. We're going to do our speed round. So much more with Melba. Melba, I love this conversation. But I want to hear more from Melba, and we're going to do some surprises. Oh, and that Barbara Streisand story. And I want to hear you do your famous singing. That's after the break. All right, we're back with Melba Moore. It is, the grand finale of our show. So let's just do our little speed round. What's the Barbara Streisand story quickly? What is that all about?
Well, the story was that after one of the performances of Pearlie, I was backstage in my dressing room starting to get undressed and dressed for the street. And I had my dressing room door open, And someone passed by and said, "Hello, Melba." I said, who is that?" And I looked and it was Barbara Streisand standing at my dressing room door. Because I'm sure, they let her in. I mean, ain't nobody going to keep her out. It
No
wasn't that.
way. No way,
Uh,
Jose.
but I
Yeah.
said, "Oh my God," I said to myself, "Oh my God." She said, "So Melba, how do you do that accent? I know you're a New Yorker."
She really said that?
She said,
Oh
"No, how do you
my
do that?"
gosh.
She said, "How do you do that? Coyly? Coyly? How do you do that?"
That's incredible.
And
What
a
a
few other
moment.
things.
Oh, that we can't report, but that's okay. And Melba, can you give us a little sampling of your incredible singing?
Not without a microphone or music or something.
You're not going to do a
No.
high note for us on a podcast?
Okay, let me see. Okay,
Ah, come
let me
on.
see. Let me see. Jesus. That's my Jesus note. Okay.
Yes. I feel it. I feel it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that reached me virtually. That reached me. Isn't it something that with technology now we can do this? I love that. I love that it's so powerful, right? What do you think of all
It's
the
true.
AI music? I always ask the musicians now, what do you think
I don't know
these
about the AI music.
Yeah.
That kind of scares me because it's going to replace us before our time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there are incredible other things that you can do with it. So I think with every technology, you have to hope that some people are going to have some integrity as well.
Mm-hmm. But no one can replace you, Melba. So my speed round.
Everybody can be replaced.
No, oh, I heard that before. Trust me, I've had coworkers tell me that, and I'm not going to tell you which ones.
Right.
But anyway, ooh, I heard that. But speed round, biggest success, Melba. What do you consider your biggest success?
Oh, it's definitely Pearly. Well, but things led to that, like Hair and replacing Diane Keaton in the lead role, and of course now to have a recording career, but each one led to the other. So thank God I don't have to choose between the two or three, and of course being launched into television so strongly. So I hope I don't have to choose one because they all are connected.
Motto that you live by. What's your motto that you live by?
Well, I don't like to say it all the time because I'm not a religious, but ask Jesus first.
Check in with that divine
Check with him
power
first.
before you do. Wow, that's really good. So, do you do that most of the time, or I
No,
slip up a
that's what I
lot?
do. I
Yeah.
do that all the time. And then every once in a while, he lets me write a book or go out and perform. People think that's a full-time job because I do it all the time. But no, the first thing in the morning before I go wake up, I have tapes and things that are telling me, to pray to the angels and protection for everybody, not just yourself, and all of these things, And then I'm Catholic, so you have like a daily script. You
Yes.
check in with the mass, and it tells you what is his focus today. And he's saying, well, first of all, it's still Christmas. We have, I don't know, about 12 days of Christmas. So he says, as long as he says it's Christmas, which means that's the most important day of the year because that's the day when God came down from heaven and became man and changed time. So you want to focus on that. Is that's what's important today? Yes.
Wow. Do you have New Year's resolutions? Do you have one, or do you have?
No.
No, I don't do that either, except I do want to listen more, and I'm going to be more unscripted because I always tend to be so scripted,
Oh,
but I want to just be more spontaneous on the
oh,
air.
that's what you call a resolution with an yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. You can just co-host this thing with me. If I could have you
Oh,
every
Monica.
day, everybody needs more. One more time, tell us how we see you, and tell us how we buy your book.
Okay, the book you can get at Amazon.com. Something good on Amazon in the beginning. You're going to see me at South Orange Performance Arts Center February 1st at 7:30 p.m. with my special guest star, Mr. Jeff Red. And you can get tickets at sopac.org. And listen out for I'm in the studio now working on a new album called Love Wins All the Time.
Oh, I
And not every
love
time, every time,
Love Wins Every Time. When's
every
that
time.
coming out? You have to be back on
I'm
the
just in
show?
the studio starting it. I'm rehearsing it now. I go in the studio and start recording it on the 19th.
So inspiring always, Melba. You are just an action hero, and you're a community champion, and you're just such a legend, and you're so humble and so available to us, which I think is gold for especially the young people who are watching, who just they're like sponges. They take in everything. We
Me too.
create
Me
our
too.
next generation. It is our
Me too.
responsibility to
Right.
be that mentor and that change. So when they see this, I hope they're inspired and they know that the best is always just around the corner, you know?
Me
And you
too,
can
Monica.
recreate your life at any time, and it doesn't matter where you're from. You can do whatever you want to do if you work hard every day. It has to be a routine. I was talking to another musician just before this on the TV show, and he said, he said it so clearly. He said, every day you gotta work and you gotta go, you gotta do what you love. And every day you're moving that much. It's almost like you're running or you're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I
And
mean, I go to the gym every day. That's part of my routine. I was telling you about my spiritual aspect, but you have to have the physical aspect too. So you
that's
have
right.
to, you can't get in shape. You have to stay in shape.
I know. Well, that I'm still working on myself. Oh boy. But you're
No,
inspiring
you're
when
doing pretty good, Miss
Oh,
Monica.
thank you. What are you doing later, Melba? But no, but you look fantastic and we love you. And
Thank
thanks
you,
for the
Mom.
spiritual food too. With you, it's always spiritual food. Soul food
Yeah,
is what I'd say. You're feeding
yeah,
our souls with goodness with your music. And there's nothing that penetrates the soul faster than music. And that's you. That's you,
absolutely.
Melba. Can you tell I'm a fan? Of course I'm a fan. And thank you everyone for watching the Monica Makes It Happen podcast. 2026, we have so many shows. It's kind of, ask Joe, my head is spinning. We're going to have a daily digital show. We're going to have our podcast, of course, and then we're going to have our TV show. And we're going to have more TV shows. So we're going to do more for you. Let's keep making it happen together. See you next time.